Welcome to the Embodiment Conference. This is truly an epic event that is raising awareness and revealing just how much is happening in the world of embodiment. And this gives me hope about where we're heading as a people. I'm Amara Pagano. I'm the founder of Azul, a conscious movement path of personal transformation. I work with the body and the power of movement to awaken love and consciousness. Embodiment is a key to my work, and the journey of embodying the map of Azul is what facilitates the process of self-realization. I'm excited to sponsor the Dance and Creativity channel to share my love of movement and to celebrate the power that it has to serve our collective evolution. If you are interested in awakening your deepest potential or curious about the spiritual and healing aspects of embodiment, I encourage you to check out Azul. Everyone is welcome. I work with people who love movement and people who have never moved. Follow the link and you'll find 3 gifts for you: a 50-minute Azul journey, a special discount on our online embodiment training, and a free month in our upcoming membership program. So come, check out the Path of Azul. I'll be presenting on the main stage here and in the Dance and Creativity channel, and I hope to see you there. For now, enjoy the richness of the presentation you're about to see.
We are here welcoming in Muriel Kristanai. She is a vocalist who creates music for healing through practices of connection, intention, and mindful inner listening. She has been singing she sings in ancient mystical resonances. Through her voice, love is made audible, enabling people to lift the burdens of life, integrate trauma, and re-enliven their soul. Her music offers permission to feel beyond the confines of thought, allowing the whole and eternal self to awaken to its inner sacredness, power, and worth. So, this session is called The Cathedral of the Self, Reclamation Through Sound. And Muriel, let me hand it over to you. Can't wait.
Hey, thank you, Laura. Hi, everybody. Let's see, have we handed over, Laura?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Hello, Kathy and everybody out there. It's just such an honor to be here. I've spent so many hours kind of preparing internally and externally to really consider what is the most fruitful offering that I can give you. Cathedral of the Self. That's who we really are destined to be, isn't it? That for me is what the body is. It's the dwelling place for ourself, for this divine essence and the experience of the self as vast and grand and ancient as a cathedral, with its massive stone pillars reaching all the way up. This is the kind of experience I like to cultivate within myself through sound that I endeavor to inject into my music, and that I want to teach you, give you some tools and kind of lead you through my step-by-step process of how I do that, so you can do that more for yourself. Because for me, singing in this deeply embodied way from this place of connection to the source, embodied from that cathedral of the self, is and then vocalizing is the way to really externalize your true essence through sound. And for me, what happens when I do that is all those other little fragmented aspects, that Richard Swartz and Gabor Mate have talked about, all the bits that get traumatized and believe they are less than the true self, kind of awaken, and they witness the grandeur of the self and stick their little hands up and go, hang on, what about me? You've forgotten about this part that is so hurt or alone, or that feels powerless or unlovable, and yet here you are sounding power and love. So there's a real opportunity for those pieces to meet, to witness each other, and in that way reclaim our wholeness through sound. So I've got an airplane coming over. Can you hear it? Excellent. Okay, so this workshop's going to be in 2 sessions. The first part is going to be experiential. It will be for you guys to really experiment with your voices from an embodied place, to see what sounds want to emerge from your depths. Just to have a little go practicing that. And the second half will be me sharing embodied sound to share. I'll do a couple of pieces live, and then I'll share you some pieces that I've created over the last couple of years. What I've been doing is a master's degree in exploring healing music, and what is it that makes music affect consciousness and create healing states. So I've woven all of that into my approach and into my music, and so I have a few pieces I want to share with you, because obviously when you record, you can add layers and layers of these embodied vocals to create something that is truly grand and majestic, and reflects more that the true size of the self, you know, and the oneness and the wholeness that we're all a part of, all of its various shades. Okay, so I'm going to invite you, first of all, we're going to start our sound making experience. So first, I don't know how you're feeling, but maybe have a little stretch. This is about kind of landing back in our bodies, like give your hands a little shake. There you go. And because we're going to make sound, give a little rub here in your face where your jawbone meets your skull. Give a good little rub in there. Oh, it's nice. And kind of pat around your face. There you go. Nice and gently if you feel to. Kind of patter around a little bit. And tap around your chest, shoulders. Just almost reminding yourself, yep, my arms are there. And down to your stomach, your belly, hips, down your legs. If you can reach your toes, even just a little reminder of how big you are, how much space your body takes up. There you go. So, and now just with a greater awareness of your body, I invite you to close your eyes and to quieten your mind, just to focus on the breath. Take a deep breath into your belly and let it out with a sigh. And again. And now imagine connecting with whatever you consider to be the source of yourself, this oneness that we're all connected to, this deep essential part of us. You can see it, maybe imagine it as a golden light that is above your head, and it's flowing down into your body like liquid golden light. It's coming all into your head. You see it pouring in and down your throat and your neck, down your shoulders and arms, melting through your chest, your back, your belly, through your buttocks and your genitals, your thighs and knees, and right down the bottom of your feet, right down to every toe and every fingertip, and see yourself in this golden light. And let this light expand out. Let us not forget, yes, we are in this body, but we're also this energy field within a body. So imagine the light just glowing out slowly, like an egg around you, this golden egg of light. And just notice how that feels within your body. And notice any parts where there may be some tension. Just witness them. See if you can release them a little. And allow your cells, imagine your cells, the trillions of cells that make up your physical body. Imagine them expanding, like opening up to receive this light of your true essence, this safety, this love, this warmth. It's a deep receptivity. And what we're going to be doing is really surrendering to this level of intelligence, to this state of beingness of the self, of the body. Just letting the mind step aside, the mental brain, just let it be quiet and calm, and we're going to let the fullness of the body take over and speak to us and through us. And so now is a good time as well to set your intention, not just for this moment of sound making, but also for this whole session. Really intend that you are open to receiving what you most deeply need at this time through sound and through this session. I'll let you do that for a moment. And now returning to a sense of perception of the whole, of this whole community of cells within your body, each one of them included in your makeup. And just feeling in, if there was a sound that these cells or that this unity, this oneness in your body would make, what would it sound like? Do you get a sense of a low tone, high tone? Is it gravelly and rough? Is it clear? Is it an ah? Is it an e or an o? Without thinking about it too much, just let the sound gently emerge through your voice. So taking a deep breath and let your sound out. Feeling that. And again, just observing if there was a sound within, how would it be? Breath in. Place we want to get to is this flow where we're just allowing sound after sound to emerge. It might be a few notes at a time, you might change pitch, it might be a whole flow, it's like a sentence of sound that your body is letting out. So let's try that again. Take a deep breath in and let the whole thing out as sound, and when you're ready, breath in again, let more sound. Quiet for a moment and let you make your sounds without any influence from my being, just from pure connection to yourself, to your deep self, to your body and the sounds within. Let a few more sounds roll out. And keeping your awareness really in your body and how your cells, your being is responding. Are you feeling more peaceful, more expanded? There's more space for you. And I'm going to drum the drum now and invite you to keep making your sound to the beat of the drum. See how the sound impacts your body, your cells. How do they respond? And now is a point where if you feel like you want to stand up and you want to move more, you can let your hips move, your arms, your whole body sway. Really trust that animal in you and all sorts of sounds that it wants to make. It might want to just or let your body express express without thinking. Just feel it and let it out. Awesome. Get right into your toes, into your thighs, into your belly. And it's not about it being perfect or pretty. It's about being authentic to what's in you right now and letting that out. Giving it a voice, letting it be wild and free. There's no right or wrong. I'm going to join in with you, sing with you, sound with you, and see how you bounce off my sound, what it triggers, if it brings out more qualities within you of any kind. What do your hands want to do? How do they want to express? If your belly could sing, what would it say? And letting your voice and your body come to stillness. Observing what's in there. How do you feel? Expanded. Wilder. And if you found that hard, or you felt like your sounds didn't mirror what your internal experience was, just notice that without any judgment. We're all learning and growing. It just was what it was. A beautiful moment in time. So I invite you now to get really comfortable. This is a time for you to now deeply relax. From that embodied soul space, maybe find a place to lie down. If you want to put earphones in now so you've got the sound really close to you, all around you, inside you, now's a good time to do that. We're going to go into a much slower pace now. So again, in a mode of really listening with your full body and allowing the sound to really wash through it. So I'll just give you a moment to get comfortable. And if you're not feeling like being passive and you want to keep sounding, you can do that too, of course. I'm just going to start with a crystal singing bowl. If you haven't seen them before, it looks like this. Beautiful quartz crystal bowl. So I'm going to use that to make the drone for us, the bass tone. It's if you want to keep singing along and sounding, even as you're lying down, if you feel to let the sounds emerge, then absolutely do that. If you want to give yourself permission to completely switch off and tank up, plug yourself into the mains, here's the moment for that. I'm just going to put some vocal effects on too. You might want to imagine a cathedral within you. And deepen into that space. I'm going to play a piece for you now that has many layers of voices for you to bathe in. This approach of deep singing, stay in your beautiful space. This is an approach that can be used to write songs with lyrics as well. Sometimes in the deep, a word might arise, and you can craft around the words to form a song. And here is one such piece which emerged in this way. The ashes inside remember who you were. Life that died when fire burned, the nights of terror past, the agony of day, the sweetness lost when death for life did pay. I can see your ashes. Oh, I can see your ashes. I see what the cost is of carrying your ashes. The ashes inside are telling you a lie. They keep you holding on to a story that's gone. That chapter is long past. The memory is done. There's more to you than ghost. Return to flesh and bone. Oh, let go of your ashes. Oh, let go of your ashes. Can you see what the cost is of carrying your ashes? The ground, it smoks, but you're still standing here. Funeral is over. This moment is clear. Oh, let go of the ashes. Let the wind take your ashes. Can you see what the cost is of carrying your ashes? you need to make sounds, let them out. I'm going to invite you to slowly come out of this space. I'm going to play a piece that's a little bit faster. You might want to gently awaken, very gently. You might want to add your voice to this piece. It's a repetitive chant, so see what you might find within yourself now from the state that you're in. What wants to move through you? What sounds want to emerge now? Me yo 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 yo, me yo 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 yo, me yo 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 yo, me yo, me yo 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 yo, So, is anyone still awake out there? I hope that wasn't too intense for you. I realise that's a very can be quite a triggering piece, the Ashes. I know for me personally, when I wrote it, at moments when I was singing in that full embodied way, there were some words that I felt to whisper through as the backing vocals, and I literally whispered, "I'm sorry, I love you," and I just burst into tears. It was obviously what one of my traumatized aspects of self so needed to hear. And so to hear that coming from my deep self, the capital S self, was just a moment of really melting into myself and integrating that. And that's where I see the value is in those kind of pieces that are the real tearjerker songs. I as much as I love that whole style of singing purely from the body, without thinking, without words, just as pure sound and feeling, for me there's a power to these kind of trigger words, so evocative of images, and they can really help those forgotten or suppressed, neglected aspects of the self kind of stick their fingers up and go, "Hey, I feel that." So yeah, I can see, wonderful. Somebody's put the website in there. Thank you. Just to let you know as well, I've created a special package for you guys. If you want, on my website, I've got a free download of all of those songs that you've just heard. I just felt like it was important to give you some tools that you can take with you and use with you as a big thank you for all the work that you do on yourself and for the planet. We're such a massive team at the moment. It's an amazing time, and it's so cool to see this massive awakening that's happening, this raising of consciousness and this bringing forth of love. So that's my gift to you, and that's at murielsings.com/embodiment. murielsings.com/embodiment. If someone could pop that in the comments, that would be great. I see there are some questions, so I'll address those because there's some they're very useful. So someone's asked, do you have any advice to improve our voice using embodiment? And I'd say absolutely. Just from my own experience, for me, it's a yucky moment when I feel a quality inside, and I feel how it feels, and then the sound comes out and it just doesn't sound the way it feels. There's this lack of internal resonance, and the way I can tell that obviously is from the resonance. It's not resonating with the qualities that I can feel in my body. So all I could say to that is just to notice that, and really kind of singing from that state of mindfulness, of observation, not judging, just kind of clocking, okay, maybe I sang that a little bit too strongly, or it was a little bit too high, and then using that feedback just to refine then your approach to the next sound, the next thing that you can feel approaching. There might be a sense of, okay, no, it wants to come out a little bit more gently, a little bit more softly, or a little bit lower. And it's really that application of mindful listening as you're making the sound, just to kind of harness the awareness of what are those tweaks that you could make to make the sound more authentic to your inner experience. And because that for me is my definition of improving the voice. I think as a singer myself, it's been a real lesson of having to undo lessons of perfection and technical perfection in singing, and getting to a place of what is the most authentic way of expressing what's in here. How can I make that sound more authentic to my inner feeling? So wonderful question, thank you. Does the music or tones need to have certain qualities to be considered as healing? Well, that's been my whole inquiry through the master's degree, obviously, and studying other artists, and I've done a lot of listening to music that really moves me in a deep way, and trying to ascertain what are those key aspects. For me, the primary quality that makes music healing is love. I can literally hear the love come as a kind of frequency coming through the singer's voice. And I think that's this amazing part of how, our brains and our bodies are so intelligent in unconscious ways of picking up the place that the singer is coming from. And so, as a singer then, to get really embodied, to really draw that love in and embody it fully, feel it, get really with it, and then from a very meditative space, sing that out, sing that love, sing as if you're that mother singing to the child. Or sometimes, what's healing or needed is power, is more of that wildness, of that primal kind of hey ya. I never used to sing like that, and now there are moments when I'm listening to the voices in my songs and I'm like, who is that? I kind of, it's such a foreign style, and yet in that complete letting go, that's what comes out. So it can be the wildness, but definitely feel like love is the thing that shines through. Love is the healer. What were the other questions? So that's, hopefully that answers your question, Barbara. Tina, what are some ways you've found to access the love? Good question. Meditation, primary one, of just stopping everything and getting into the non-doing, getting into the non-mental state, getting out of the head, into being, into feeling, and then prayer. Like, a huge part of sound and healing is intention. And so as a sound maker, intending for your sound to be healing is a key part of it. I think it's almost like all these cosmic keys and locks that we can activate through setting an intention. So definitely set your intention to access love, to be a channel for it, to be a conduit for it. Because what I found so beautiful throughout my whole process of making the music that I've been making in the last 2 years, my intention was to create healing music, for humanity. And yet in that whole process, I healed myself. Not all of me, but it's just all that love that flows through has a profound effect on the singer. So access the love, meditation. Obviously, there are small tricks that you can use when you're singing an actual song to try and amplify your experience of love. So I have one song that I recorded recently. When I redid the vocals, I was really feeling into my son and my daughter and the huge amount of love that is there, and really imagining I was singing it to their souls. And that, for me, there's no purer way of accessing real experienced love for me than imagining that love that I have for my children. So you might want to think of somebody that you just dearly love, and use them as an entryway into that. Any tips on using lyrics and writing lyrics? Yes. Just to notice, the more I've practiced meditation, the more I've noticed when there's just a couple of words sitting there. And for example, the ashes inside was literally something that I observed when I was meditating. And then I took those words to the piano and again went into a very open, receptive state of, there's no right or wrong, just what do I hear? Almost as if like Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way, she talks about writing and creativity more as a form of taking dictation. It's almost like you're listening for something that's fully formed in some other space, and your job is just to pull it down, to really listen and almost like interpret the essence of what you're feeling into a word. And I've had times then when I've been playing at the piano, then from that state, the melody is coming through, but what are the lyrics? And sometimes I'll literally just hear the chorus, or the mantra coming out. So really just that openness to hearing, openness, just trusting what you hear. And a big thing for me is letting go of the, what will people think if I sing this? Because, it's too corny, or, But actually, I think a lot of the messages that are needed right now for humanity are really corny, but so fundamental. Like, I've got a song where literally I was singing, you are the worthy, you are the worthy. And people, that's such a massive piece. How many of us are plagued with unworthiness, deep unworthiness? So to have a song that literally tells somebody that they're worthy is the antidote to that kind of thing. And somebody directly hearing your pure message then can really make a big difference. So I kind of made a vow not to censor any of those kind of lyrics when I sense something's coming through, even if I think from an ego perspective it's going to make me look silly. So that's a big one. And of course, I think like Alanis has mentioned this too, of just the real freehand, just really that connection between heart, hand and pen and just flowing, seeing what comes out when you play with it. So last question, I think, do you experience any synesthesia guidance and or embodied inspiration? As in synesthesia, no, I don't see colors or anything when I sing. I don't, what's the other one? When you see a color and you hear a sound off it, that would be so nice. I've been kind of wishing for a long, long time that I could see energetically. Sometimes I get a sense of the kind of sound forms and the patterns that might be coming out. You know, it's almost like what we're creating when we're in these states of alignment and receptivity are these intricate mandalas of sonic patterning and electromagnetics. And on some level, I have no idea who I'm working with internally as well, but I've sensed like there's quite a big team rallying around, and when I just kind of call on the team, then things happen and the sounds align and everything. But and every now and again I'll be given a seed that lets me know what I'm connected to, you know, a dream or something. For example, the latest album's called Alcyone, which is a star from the Pleiades. And I've written another song called Sidereal Hymn, and when I wrote it, literally knew to call it that and had no idea what sidereal meant. Literally had to look it up in the dictionary. So think, you know, there's cosmic, we are truly connected to that oneness. There's cosmic connections that are just so far out that we might not have a conscious or fully embodied cognition of, but every now and again a seed will drop in. So
thank you. I'm so sorry to break in. It was beautiful and amazing and just heartwarming and cellularly sparkling. And I really I appreciated the ashes. I felt like it just was like, we need that depth, right? We need to be able to have a full realm of possibilities on our palette of emotion. And when we can touch into music like that, it really just gives us access. And as a dancer and choreographer, like, that is life to me. It's shape, it's everything. So thank you so much. I just have to say to everybody, you all know, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but you have this for free for 48 hours. And then you have, if you feel inspired to buy the package or any parts of it, please do. If you can afford it, it helps the Embodiment Conference continue to operate and pay the people that are working for it. So I'm coming back to you, Muriel, with your last and final embodiment tip. If you have one hot tip, even if you've touched on it before.
Final embodiment tip would just be allow everything. Allow all of who you are. Let the tears flow. Let the joy flow. Let all of you be and honor the whole and the deep of you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. And attendees and panelists, thank you all for spending the heart time with us together here. Yeah, we got sparkle hands going on backstage.
Yeah, thank you so to much. The faces, the real faces, Marlise and Kathy. Thank you so much. I really appreciated seeing you, your connection to the others. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.